Oh, crap. Yeah. Well, we can start at any time.
Are we going to show? We're here.
Hello. Welcome to Just Above Average number 20. My name's Hobie Toms.
I'm Logan Gillespie.
Yep. And 3, 2, 1.
That went right to my soul.
That was Cracking Capsules. Welcome to the podcast, everybody, where we start every podcast off with an ammonia capsule. So
I almost smoked the mic, and yeah.
it is not for us. It's not for us. Okay. Logan. Yeah. What's up?
I don't remember anymore.
Did your mind just get wiped?
Dude, it just went right into my soul. It just went like straight back.
That one rocks, dude. I love those. Here, get those out. Pop those bugs out. We're talking about ammonia capsules. This is Atomic Rhino. You can find them on Amazon. They're fucking sweet.
Put it closer to that camera.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Just look at it.
Just look at it. Atomic Rhino on Amazon. They're sweet. I like them. I don't. I've said this on the podcast before. Stop it. It's still pretty powerful.
Don't. No. Let me do it.
I do too much. But like, I love the capsules way more than I do the actual crystallized stuff. So Logan, I got a question for you.
I got an answer.
How many times have you had fast food since Sober October ended?
I had T&L. That's about it. Once.
Once?
Yeah.
Wow.
If you count T&L.
Wow. Nice.
And I was severely sick, and I didn't even enjoy it. And I ordered medium chili, and you could literally see 90% chili flakes in there. Red pepper flakes.
Red pepper flakes.
So I bit into it like when I was sick, and all I could taste was fire.
When you're sick and you like get like a spicy food, oh god.
Oh no, I could taste it immediately, and it just tasted like I was drinking or eating fire. And I couldn't enjoy it.
I don't like it. Like someone was like just being sick and eating something spicy is terrible. All right, ask me.
How many times?
6.
What the?
It's 6 times. Don't judge me.
It's been 7.
Don't judge me.
It's been 7.
I'm very fragile right now.
It's been 7 days. It didn't help that, like, literally right as October was ending, I got severely sick.
Yeah.
That's why we're, a couple days later than normal.
But, like, it wasn't even hard. I didn't even have to try.
Oh, no. I did not think about eating fast food.
No.
Until the last week.
I didn't have to try. Didn't have to try at all. And then all of a sudden, I was just, like, eating it every fucking day.
Like, I didn't even... Like, I made food every day for dinner, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want fast food now, though.
Like, okay, so I just completely kept being procrastinating and never making my lunch for work the next day. That's the reason I've had it 6 out of the last 7 days. But today's my first day off of it.
Oh, this is your first day off eating fast food.
Yeah, today's my first day off for, it's like, let's do, so for Sober October, let's just do no fucking fast food November. You need to save me from this vicious cycle of just meats and cheeses.
Now on a charcuterie board.
Yeah. Charcuterie boards are the shit.
We need to bring one, like, for one of the...
Podcasts?
Yeah. We're just in the middle of it, just... Oh, hey, listeners.
But yeah, I've had Burger King twice.
What did you have for Burger King?
I had a Whopper one time. And then
that was the first day, wasn't it?
First day was a Whopper.
Which I was extremely upset about because we said that it was going to be T&L Day.
That'll be whatever. It was Whopper. T&L was like right there. I could have definitely easily got T&L.
You could have literally thrown a rock and hit T&L from that Burger King. I know exactly which Burger King you're at.
Exactly. Yeah, it could have been very easy. But nope, I got a Whopper. And then the next day I also got Burger King. Then the day after that
Was it another Whopper?
No, it was...
Spicy chicken sandwich?
No.
Rodeo burger?
I forget what I got the second day. I forget. But then I got T&L twice after that.
That's respectful.
And then, I think it's only 5. They only had 5 times. 5 in the last 7.
And you're like on the way home, you're just going to stop and get Little Caesars?
No, I got food at home. But yeah, because then my 5th time was yesterday morning. No, 2 days ago. I had the McDonald's that's on your floor right here by your feet.
I looked down, I was like, yo, that wasn't there.
Yeah, McDonald's, and it was a frappe and a McChicken. 2 McChickens and a frappe. I just need to get past lunch.
Do you know what I had for breakfast yesterday?
What?
I woke up extremely early, like 6, because I had the house to myself this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yo, I'm so hungry, but I don't want eggs, I don't want bacon, the only breakfast food I like is Waffle House.
Okay.
I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I made 2 fucking T-bone steaks, and I ate those motherfuckers.
That was the farthest thing from Waffle House you could have fucking said.
It wasn't breakfast food.
My favorite thing's Waffle House, so I made 2 T-bone steaks.
I was like, I literally called, not called, I texted Cosmo. I was like, I sent him a picture. I'm like, yo, I'm having steaks for breakfast. And he's like, yeah, steak and eggs, just minus the eggs.
That's just me like, oh yeah, like my favorite place is Outback. But, so I made 4 waffles for dinner.
Dude, you want to go up to Waffle House?
Dude, I love Waffle House.
Next weekend? This weekend?
No.
Do you want to take a 2-hour trip just to get Waffle House?
That'd be cool. Be cool to do one day.
You just drive up to my house. We'll take my car. We'll go up to Waffle House.
We'll go to a Waffle House, and then for lunch we gotta get White Castle.
I don't even think there's a White Castle near here, dude.
There's a White Castle near here.
Fucking where?
I don't know.
White.
Look it up. Let's tell the people. All right, people of the Clarksburg, Bridgeport area.
It's 4 hours away, dude.
See, so you drive 2 hours for breakfast. We'll drive 2 hours for lunch.
I am. Is that? All right, that's in. It's close to Scranton.
Could go see where the office was shot.
Yeah, it wasn't shot there.
Well, we could go pretend.
We could.
So you can't keep on imagination. All right.
I'd rather not do that.
So we're talking about fast food for this entire beginning of this podcast.
We're pieces of shit.
Yeah. Well, I am, because I just ate it 5 out of the last 7 days.
I might be a piece of shit tonight, so.
Well, I also had Chinese for lunch today, too, so.
I had ramen. Homemade ramen.
Yeah, that's not bad.
With boiled eggs.
That's not bad. But anyways, all right, so because we're a lifting podcast.
Sometimes.
Yep, we did put it in quotations, so you guys can get off your fucking backs.
Lifting.
And lifting, the lifting podcast.
And as you can see, I have underboob sweat from lifting.
Yeah. Isn't that the worst? You can't help it. There's no underboob deodorant.
Was it lifting or was that at a buffet eating?
We could definitely start a deodorant company
for
men who have sweat under boobs.
Honestly, I feel like chicks would use it too.
Yeah, but I feel like they probably already figured that out.
Yeah, they're smarter than us.
They are smarter than us. They probably already figured it. They've been dealing with that way longer than we have.
Yeah. All right, so we're lifting podcast.
We're lifting podcast. So today, like I wanted to do a little topic on the accessories of squat, and I know Logan wants to talk about something too. If you thought about anything,
I've thought of multiple things, but it's not related. It's mainly due to
not related to squatting or like lifting or anything.
It's related to lifting, but it's a few thousand years back.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. But anyways, I'm going to talk about the accessories of squat and where you guys might have weaknesses and what accessories you can do to get off of those weaknesses. So, because last week we talked about the mechanics of a low bar squat, how you set the weight back just a little bit, keeps the bar mid toe, keeps you got a nice forward lean. You don't have to force yourself to stay upright necessarily. But so a couple things you guys can do. So the first thing, a lot of people get, especially in like a low bar squat, a lot of people get caught at the bottom in the hole, perhaps. What are you doing on your phone?
Oh no, I'm just bringing up my topic.
Oh, okay. A low bar, the hole is what they call it. So like whenever you get past 90 degrees, that's the hole. Anything below, anything over top 90 degrees, whenever your hips drop, is the hole. Well, anything over top if it's not the hole. So if you're struggling there, which a lot of people do, because getting out of the hole is fucking terrible, especially when you have really heavy weight. Yeah. That's like the make or break situation. Like if you can get out of the hole, a lot of times you can power through a squat.
Oh yeah, it's the hardest point. You're at the lowest point.
You're at the lowest point, yeah. But some people really struggle with it. I don't really struggle with it too much. Like I feel like I can put a decent amount of weight on my back, and
mine's a surprise. I could be anywhere in my squat.
Yeah, but you out of the hole, you fire out of there. Like
yeah, I could be an inch away from just like all the way up. Nope, body's out.
Yeah, you have no struggle in the hole, but a lot of people do. Great workouts to get out of the hole. One, pause squats. Pause squats, and like not just for getting out of the hole. Pause squats help on the descent, because you have to be able to go down with control. You can't just fucking stop out of nowhere.
Honestly, pause anything is fantastic.
Yeah, pausing anything. Pause deadlifts, pause bench, all of it. It's hard. None of it's going to be easy. But a pause squat is going to help you in every single spot of a squat, but in the hole it's most important, Because once you're down there, you hold it for like, I don't know, I do like a 2 count. Just do it in my head. Like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I say the Mississippi's out in my head. You don't skip those ippies.
No.
You hit a miss. Don't start coming up. Say the ippy.
I just remember 2 weeks ago, I was on pause squats, and I wasn't meaning to. It was because the head sports trainer in there,
Yeah.
he was watching me do squats with a chick he works with and one of their new hires, and he's like, do pause squat, and I was on 315, and I was like, I'll give you 10 seconds. I made it to 6, and I started, dude. And I had to get up. It's like, I can't see.
You start running out of air.
And he's like, why didn't you make it a 10? I'm like, you make it a 10. I couldn't see anymore.
You couldn't do it for 1, bitch.
I'm not good at it, but yeah.
But pause squats. And that's going to help you. The biggest thing, focus on pause squat is, one, your descent. You got to keep it at a decent pace. You can't just drop and then hopefully stop it. You have to keep it at a decent pace. Holding it, and a giant part of a pause squat is when you ascend, to not dip your chest. That's the most important, one of the most important things. Because what you're going to want to do is, because you're sitting in that pause, you're sitting deep in that pause, and your very first movement is going to be pushed with your legs, and you're not going to push with your back. So you're going to be, where's my pen at? Where's my fucking pen? I don't know.
Do we need to go to my car and grab a pen?
No, you're good. So I'll use my hand. Listeners, just imagine my hand straight up and down. There's a phone. There we go. All right. So you get in that hole a lot of times. So this is your butt. This is your butt. This is your head. A lot of times you'll hit this hole. You do a pause. And the first thing you want to do is push with your legs. And you will forget your back. Next thing you know, you're squatting like this. Because you didn't fight the weight consistently. So when you get into the pause, hold it. And then when you push up, make sure your back is going at the same speed as your butt as you're pressing out of the squat. It's a really important thing. That's a really good one on the hole. Another good one on the hole, I call them rack squats.
Before you go anywhere,
Yeah.
if you're going to try pause squats first time, at most, your first attempt, 50%.
Oh, for sure.
Because if not, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to be going in, hitting what you would hit like at 90% of your max.
Mm-hmm. And like I can pause a lot. Like I've been able to just kind of have training be able to pause a lot.
How long have you been lifting though?
Exactly. But like you have, like I'm saying, like I've been doing it for 8 years. So you definitely have to build up to it.
I can maybe pause squat 4 or 5 for 1.
It's rough.
And that's maybe barely 2 seconds, and I want to die afterwards. And I'm ending my workout at that.
It's rough.
Like
it's not fucking easy.
I couldn't do it like every time. I could maybe like once out of 10.
That's another thing a pause squat will definitely teach you, is to be able to grind a rep out too, because it's not going to go. You're not going to pop out of that hole fast. That's for sure. When you pause it and you get in there, get ready to be able to push.
But once you start doing them, like you kind of love them too.
I love pause squats. I won't say a single bad thing about them. Do they hurt? Do they suck? I mean, those are bad things.
Yeah. But they get you stronger.
They get you definitely stronger. Like, when in doubt, if you need to work on anything on squat, whether it's your descent, whether it's your ascent, whether it's getting out of the hole, whether it's keeping a decent back angle the entire time, pause squats are the shit. Pause bench, pause deadlift, all of them.
When in doubt, pause it out.
For sure. Another good thing for pause squats, another one is rack squats. So a rack squat, I call them rack squats. There's something actually, but it's where you put the rack at the height of where if you were to squat down, so I squat down, I squat to depth, and then the bar will hit the rack. And then I rest the weight on that rack, and then I press out of the rack. I press the bar from the dead stop, but not from a pause, but from the rack. I'm saying the rack a lot. It's getting me thinking of The Rock. Are you looking them up?
I am.
And survey says nothing.
I don't know. It just how to use a squat rack.
Oh fuck. God, I forget what they're called. But anyways, I call them rack squats.
Pendlay squats? I don't know.
Are they pendlay squats? No, it's pendlay rows. No.
Rack squat? Pin? No, that's pin pull.
Pin squats are when you press against a solid object, like a rack.
I don't know.
But anyways, rack squats. Now if you're having a little bit of trouble a little bit higher, like I do, so I can bust out of that hole, dude. I get in the fucking squat, pop them out of that hole.
You're
just almost instantly, yeah. And then you get the middle part. And the middle part is about 3 inches out of the hole, not quite locking out. So about right in there, right in that middle spot, right in that sweet spot. Now that is fucking hard, and it's even harder to work. Some good things that I've learned from it, because a lot of the times when you get stuck in the mid part, it's not that your legs are weak enough or your back is weak enough. It's more of keeping your form for as long as possible. That's more or less what it is. If you can pop out of the hole, a lot of times, if you keep a really good structure, a really good hard back, a really good tight core, and you keep all your angles intact, then you usually can just grind it out and be fine.
Oh, yeah.
But where a lot of people fail in the mid part of a squat and the ascent of a mid part is their back starts to break, or they're pushing too much with their legs, or that bar is going too far back or too far forward, their chest is dipping down. So one of the best things you can do for that, pause squats, another thing, because that teaches you to keep good form, especially pressing off of a slow ascent. Another thing too, and these are the worst fucking things I've ever experienced my entire life, and I'd never tell a single one of my enemies to be able to do them. It's tempo squats. You ever done a tempo squat before?
Yeah, with you.
Oh, they're fucking terrible. They are absolutely terrible, but they work. So a tempo squat, for those of you who don't know, is you time yourself in your head. So you descend 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You hit the hold and you come up and you go ascend 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sets of 5. Nothing more.
You notice how he was a lot slower on the descend than he was the ascend? That's how he does it in real life to me, and I hate it.
But like, they work. They 100% work. Have I done them in a while? No, because I fucking hate them, and they're terrible.
Stupid and they hurt my
but
soul.
if you are maybe just above average, or maybe you have like been lifting for like a year or two, those are really great just to like hone down your squat form.
Yeah, if
big
you're
time.
Lifting just like for a year or two, and you're changing it up, changing to more advanced things, what I like to call them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, more advanced
These
movements.
will give you a better edge and get you stronger quicker, instead of being like me and Hobie and lifting for 10, 12 years now.
Yeah, and just figuring this out.
Doing the same thing over and over and over, not changing up into the last like 4 years.
Yeah, for sure.
That's really whenever we changed up our workouts.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like we have to do what works for you, but you also have to try new things. It's definitely a good mixture of the two.
Well, that's what I'm running into now. I'm finally getting to a point of where I'm plateauing in everything I do.
Yeah.
And after a while, you get too comfortable where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, I've seen so much progress doing XYZ workouts, or just even if you switch it up every now and then, but you're switching between the same 2 to 3 programs that you've been doing for years, and you're not seeing any results. You're just seeing plateauing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a problem I find, and I've been researching a completely new workout for me recently. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back to the old school. I've been opening up Arnold's blueprints lately, his encyclopedia of lifting.
There we go.
That's like yay thick. And yeah, I'm going through that, trying to find new things. Seeing anything that says Franco Colombo.
Dude, it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's just exciting, because like that's another cool thing about lifting. Another cool thing about, especially even powerlifting, but it can be bodybuilding, it can be whatever. A cool thing about lifting is there's an unlimited number of things you can fucking do that could work for you. You just have to find them, and like once you find them, like keep doing them, but like also keep looking, because you never know. You never know if something's going to work better than what you already have. Like, that's a super exciting thing about lifting. Like, I maybe I'll try tempo squats next week or something like that. No, I'm not gonna fucking do that. No, that's not even a thought in my mind. As soon as I said it, I was like, "Oh, you're lying! You're lying to all the viewers and listeners." You
maybe I'll try sumo squats next week.
Yeah. Oh God.
It hurts my hips.
You have to do them on Smith machine.
Ew.
Split squats on Smith machine is not bad, because you're not focusing on tripping and dying.
I'd rather trip and die.
Whatever. But anyways, so tempo squats, definitely good for the midsection. Another good thing, good for the midsection, because especially if your back is breaking, you could do good mornings with a safety squat bar. That's another good thing.
Dude, that's a fantastic one.
Yeah. Or good mornings with bands. I've learned that I really like those too. So you get you have to use a heavy resistance band pretty much.
Or a couple different
A couple of different variations to make them heavy. Put them in your feet. Well, put them under your feet, climb underneath them, put the top straps on your shoulders until where you're literally inside of the resistance band, and then stand up and start doing good mornings with them. Those are nice.
See, whenever I was in the military, we had a fantastic state-of-the-art gym in Florida. One thing I realized, a lot of people did not know what a good morning was.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, the guys, like, they're like, what are you fucking doing? Good mornings. What is that for? For your back, good for midsection and everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's not right. You're going to hurt yourself. You know what you're doing. Me being a 22-year-old, like, I was doing them religiously until about 24, 25. Mm-hmm. And I was just getting talked too much shit to. And I got doubtful, like, do I know what I'm doing?
No,
Are these good?
No, these people are just dumb, is all it is.
And, like, after moving back here, I was like, shit, no wonder I had a strong-ass back, stronger back. More defined back, really.
Everything works. Like, to say something doesn't work is just... it's dumb. It's
unless
stupid.
They actually don't work.
Yeah, well, like, I can't think of an exercise that doesn't work, though. Like, it's going to work something.
There's some exercises that just aren't worth doing.
Probably. But I can't think of any right off the top of my head. But anyways, that's the mid part of the squat. And the top part of the squat, if you guys... Like, the lockout is a weird thing because like, it's a very rare occasion if somebody is not failing at the middle or not failing at the bottom, but at the actual top part of your squat. So there's not too much you can do for it. I mean, if you are having trouble with it, a lot of times it's hip mobility because you can't push your hips forward once you get them down so far. That's something. So hip mobility is really good for the top part of your squat. But other than that, actual exercises, not too much. The descent, though, if you guys are having trouble on descent, either the bar push you down or the bar push you forward, tempo squats are good for those too. You can do phase squats. You ever done phase squats before?
You said phase?
Phase. So you stop. So you go down. You stop halfway down. Then you stop at the bottom. Then you push up. You stop halfway up. And then you pop it out. You lock it out.
That seems like one of those stupid exercises.
It's incredibly hard. It's you hate your life. It's incredibly hard, but they work, especially for the top part of your squat and the descent as well.
Red light, green light squats.
It's pretty much what it is, honestly. Like, and people do like different phases. Like, you can do like 3 phases. You can do like stop 3 times on the way down, 3 times on the way up. It's fucking crazy,
dude. I feel like stopping that much. I feel like I'm probably gonna like start shitting myself.
Yeah, but yeah. But those are some really good squat exercises. You can do other accessories, like I know like RDLs are really good for your posterior chain, be able to pop out of the hole. I'm not a big leg press guy because I it's too much. It's too much volume for me.
I like leg press after squats.
I see, like a lot of people do.
Immediately after squats, I'll go to the leg press and I'll hit it. Basically, feet neutral.
Yeah.
Feet out.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of not feet in, but feet kind of closer.
I gotcha. But like for me, it was just with the other stuff that I do during my workouts, it's too much volume. But not only that, it's like when I stopped doing leg press all the time, like I didn't get any weaker, and I was like, okay. And I was like, well, like I'll just focus on other stuff, and I just never got back to them.
It's just the extra auxiliary workouts that it gets me strong.
Well, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Like I like RDLs, GHRs, Bulgarian split squats are good.
I'll do a lot of acronyms.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Glute ham raises, GHR.
ABCs, FBI, CIA.
I like hack squats. I like a hack squat machine better than a hack squat free weight. But yeah, those are some good things you guys can do for squats. But anyway, I'm fucking thirsty after that entire thing, for sure.
You know what I forgot to do before this whole start today? I forgot to review the emails today.
Oh, we did not. We could not have gotten any.
Yeah.
I put it up on our Spotify.
I thought I saw
Apple
one
Music and all the other good shit.
You know me, I don't do jack shit whenever it comes to helping produce this.
Well, there's not much. Trust me, there's not a whole lot to do.
I wouldn't, even if there was a lot to do, I wouldn't.
Like, you kind of just remember the conversations you had. You try to go back to them, make a tiny video from it.
I don't think about shit before I walk into the car.
You said you had a topic, though.
I do.
So pull out the phone. What the fuck are we talking about?
So it's completely different.
Logan's been excited about this.
This isn't going to help anybody at all. No one at all. No one at all. It's for the joy of learning this.
All right, cool deal.
Purely to learn this.
Cool deal.
So, whenever you ask me, like, hey, we need another topic, you big dum-dum, I was like, you know what?
And not call you a big dum-dum.
You call me things a lot worse.
I think Logan just makes up things.
I do in my head all the time. I just say things, I don't listen. Excuse me. No. So, I was... You are, before, you know me, history degree.
Yeah, for sure.
I love history.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? All these ancient statues, why are these dudes so fucking ripped?
All
There's
right.
no way they can't be just ripped from doing sit-ups, push-ups, and pull-ups.
Okay, before you start going down this rabbit hole, in my with no research whatsoever, I just assumed that those especially Greek statues were so jacked because it was more or less like they're gods and they're supposed to be portrayed as being better than everybody else. That's what I think.
See, yeah.
That's in my head.
The thing is, how the fuck do they know where all those muscles are?
Oh. I don't know.
And I started Googling
That's...
and getting on JSTOR.
Okay, I'm listening now.
A website where a bunch of documentation were,
Mm-hmm.
peer-reviewed articles. And I was looking up ancient lifters.
Okay. Oh, wow. All right.
And so, one of the first things popped up, Egypt. So, besides, the sit-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, things that they obviously know how to do.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that fucking, I think, someone who's never, heard of the gym, I know what a push-up is.
Calisthenics is...
Yeah. Besides the running, calisthenics, stretching, and the one of the oldest sports, wrestling, they did.
Yeah.
Which every culture did.
For sure.
I can't prove that, but, they did.
It's the best sport. I can prove it. Come at me, fuckers.
They had a version of the hang clean.
Oh.
But with
really?
with sandbags.
So,
Bags filled with sand, the ancient Egyptians.
okay, so how would they do this? Would they put sand in each hand? Or would they do a bar with two sandbags at the end?
Sandbags.
Okay.
Either just one hand,
Yeah.
dumbbell
Like kettlebell
snatch.
type thing? Yeah.
Or they'll do both.
Both in the middle.
Yeah.
So they pretty much made kettlebells before they were...
Yeah, but it was filled with sand.
Yeah.
Which fucking, I was like, holy shit. And, apparently this spread everywhere.
Yeah. Well...
Because, one of the most ancient Western civilizations.
Yeah.
Then, obviously, I don't know if you saw the movie The Wizard. Wizard?
No.
Wrestling movie.
Oh, no, I haven't.
I don't feel really shitty because it was either Palestinian, Iraq, or Irani. Immigrant came to America. His uncle taught him what wrestling is,
Mhm.
and the weighted clubs where they swing them.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's a secret to Indian and Palestinian strength.
Yeah.
They apparently do that all the time, still today.
Dude, some of those people I see on TikTok that do that shit are jacked. I'm like, what the fuck is this stuff?
Oh,
They
yeah,
have to
that-
have the craziest rotor cuff strength.
I don't think I could do that. That
No,
would hurt.
dude.
But yeah, they did that, and I was actually looking up of how much it works. It works out a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, then it gets into the Greeks.
This is what I'm interested in.
So they had something. They had a whole bunch. So halters. It was basically an ancient version of dumbbells.
That's sick.
So obviously they did this is a
Oh, so they carved out a hand path for a piece of stone.
yeah.
Wow.
So they would do everything you think of with it, lifting it.
What?
Among that, every other culture, they did lift heavy stones.
Yeah, show the video of that. That's fucking sick.
Hopefully, it is. You guys can see it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Pull it up. It's coming out good?
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking cool? That's the coolest thing.
Which crazy to me. Besides that,
I wonder if there's a reason the handles are offset from the center.
probably different ways.
Probably forearms, probably. I
They
would
probably
say.
had it different areas where they did it because they were smart.
Probably, yeah. I was gonna say because obviously, if the weight isn't centered on your hand, say you have more weight on top of your hand than the bottom of your hand,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to fucking force your forearm to stabilize it.
And they had
And if somebody's stabilizing that motherfucker with their forearm, god damn. Woo! Those Greeks must have been, their fucking forearms look like Popeyes.
Yeah, so actual, like, no, or, written down accounts were the curl movement, obviously. Lunges, weighted lunges.
Oh, yeah.
And a variation of the deadlift. It didn't specifically say, oh, yeah,
Sumo!
Patrocles over here was on deadlifts. Like, it kind of just explained of, like
Like,
what
it was like, in sumo. And they also said that sumo deadlifting was the reason the pyramids were built.
But yeah, there were obviously different.
Well, that's
in
really
Greece.
fucking cool.
We all know the Spartans. They started training at like 6 or 7. But apparently the Athenians, they had it down because they were like...
They're super smart.
They're like, yo, we're going to start training our athletes for the Olympics.
Oh, yeah. I wonder... Obviously, the Olympics doesn't go back as far as that.
Oh, yeah, it
does it? Yeah, it does.
The original Olympics went back way.
Oh, so they probably figured out that training their bodies, like in some sort of resistance training, helped out their like physical performance. Obviously.
Well, yeah. Well, like in ancient Greece, they would stop wars between city states and like,
fucking crazy.
Hey, it's every 4 years. Like, hey, we got to stop this. Let's stop this war, so we could like do the Olympics.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't like how because now we're not stopping wars.
We're not stopping wars for the Olympics. Like we're starting wars because of the Olympics now.
And now it's like, hey, I know I fucking hate you, but I'm gonna wrestle against you in the Olympics. So wait until next month.
Yeah, that's the thing about Olympic wrestlers, especially like at that sort of, especially like even now you can see it at that sort of level. Like the respect that wrestlers have for each other is crazy.
Well, like any Olympic athlete, like, hey, you are like the top 0.001% of the athletes in your field.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy.
I wonder, because these people were like really smart too, obviously. But I wonder if they would figure out some sort of body diagram to like be able to do it. Because obviously, if you train like that, you know, in my opinion, as for right now, if we're talking about who in our era was bigger and stronger than who in us in that era, it's hard to decide. It's hard to find out.
What, like in ancient Greece?
Yeah.
Well, we have more
technology, more information,
diverse diets, but they still had specialized diets for that time, which is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, so what if
different workouts for each competition?
Yeah.
And like, cause they had schools, like any, like Plato had a school, Aristotle had a school. All the ancient philosophers had schools, and it wasn't just for like the book learning.
Mm-hmm.
Half your day was spent doing physical activity. Because Plato, that's not his real fucking name. I don't know what his real name is, but his nickname for broad back, because he was a broad backed motherfucker who loved to wrestle and was great at it.
Dude, but what I'm trying to say is like, so you have these Greek god statues that are obviously the like
epitome
of what a god is supposed to look like, but you see like say somebody like Jay Cutler in his prime. We're talking the science behind food, rest, every sort of exercise, every single minute of his day is playing out to be able to become this person that's supposed to look like a Greek god, and they still don't quite get there. Like, they're jacked, but you look at a Greek god statue and it's like every little thing on it is just perfect.
Now, is it the actual person that looks like that, or is it the artist?
See, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because my next question was, I'm trying to think, would they have had some sort of like information on like how those little tiny muscles are going to be there and what they look like, or if they had somebody who actually looked like that, or maybe a lot of people look like that. It's hard to fucking tell.
It's like, we know their diets, but we don't know, like, because just like today, there was athletes. That's all they fucking did half the time year round. Like, it was like very few.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, you're going to bring honor to fucking Athens. You're going to bring honor to Thebes.
Yeah, like, you're going to Olympics.
This is the only fucking thing you're going to do for your entire life.
Yeah. That's true, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. But like, same thing with Mr. Olympia. It's like when you're getting ready for Mr. Olympia, I mean, those fucking people are different.
Well, yeah, they're the best in the world.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, it's crazy to think that in Greece, like, they had like these statues that depicted what we can do now today.
See, I feel like they weren't probably obviously weren't as big as like Jay Cutler.
They couldn't have been,
but they were like more aesthetic.
Yeah.
They were like I don't know, like not C-Bum, but like 50 pounds lighter than C-Bum, just cut to shit though.
Yeah, kind of like a CrossFit trainer.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more jacked. Without the thickness.
Yeah.
And you know what?
You
need...
There's a sprinkle of thickness.
Yeah, but you want all the thickness.
Yeah.
You want all the thickness. Like, you look at Jay Cutler, that boy, thick.
Yeah.
Thick. You look at C-Bum, thick.
See, that's what I don't like about, like, you remember...
You look at Ronnie Coleman, handicapped, but thick.
Not pumping iron. What was the second one?
I thought that was really funny. I thought that was real funny.
Yeah. It was funny. I was ignoring it. Not pumping iron. What was the second bodybuilding movie they came out with?
Generation Iron? No.
Yeah,
it's a movie?
Yeah. It was like, it wasn't Pumping Iron 2, or was it?
I don't know.
But whatever, like, the new age of the resurgence of bodybuilding, like Jay Cutler.
Mm-hmm.
What is this guy's name? I met him at the Arnold last year.
I was with you. You're talking about Kai Green?
Oh, Kai Green. The other one that no one was around.
Thor Bjornsson?
Not Theo Bjornsson. He was a bodybuilder.
Juju Mufu?
Nope. Older. He was retired.
Man, I'm giving you some good people. Giving you a nice
list.
list.
It doesn't really matter.
Ronnie Coleman.
He's in the same era, but it doesn't matter what this dude's name is. It's gonna piss me off until I figure it out. But yeah, that age of and Heath and all them.
Yeah.
Like, they're too big in my opinion. Like, they're freaks of nature.
Ronnie looked weird, man. Ronnie was like,
like he didn't. He still had the.
He had like a 26 waist.
He still had the huge stomach.
Yeah.
But I just.
He had like a 32 waist, dude.
They just
and his
overdid
lats,
the steroids.
Yeah.
Because you can tell, because like all their organs are huge.
Well, the science just evolved from the point where Ronnie Coleman was lifting like 800-pound squats.
Victor Martinez.
Yeah, Victor Martinez. Yeah.
He's still big as shit.
Yeah, but Ronnie Coleman, you could see like obviously the difference between it too, is because Ronnie Coleman was doing like, I mean, heavy ass squats, like just lifting heavy as fuck. It's like multiple reps, multiple sets. But then like just one generation later, you get Jay Cutler, who is not. I mean, he's strong as fuck, and he's probably lifting heavy weight, but he wasn't doing it like Ronnie was. And you see it 20 years now after they both competed, and Ronnie is fucked up, dude. It's sad to watch.
Like, sport.
Yeah, but Jay's fine.
Jay Cutler, does he have is that the Jay Cutler stomp for his quads?
Yeah, that's Jay Cutler.
Oh my,
but he's fine.
It gets me going. Well, no,
the science,
Ronnie Coleman, like, you know the memes. Nothing stronger than love except Ronnie Coleman, who squats over 800 pounds as a bodybuilder.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, and just like 5 years or 10 years later, you get Jay Cutler, and he's fine. He's perfectly fine for the rest of his life. Yeah, he has one less Mr. Olympia than Ronnie Coleman, but like, fuck, was it worth it? That's fucking.
See, you know what? Who didn't really like?
Mm-hmm.
Phil Heath.
Phil Heath.
I thought that the artist Kai Green should have won a lot more.
Yeah, Kai Green's the man, dude.
He's a weird dude. Like, his art.
Yeah.
The grapefruit thing.
Yeah, that's funny.
We're not going to talk about it now, but Google Kai Green and grapefruit. That's all.
He's a good guy.
Dude, it's art.
He's a good guy.
Art.
All right, let's end this.
Yeah. If you guys have history questions, like,
just if you guys ever want to know like where a good place to park is somewhere, you can message us on our email, like at justAboveAverageLoganG@gmail.com. JAA LoganG@gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're not already watching. If you jump right over there, the link's right underneath you. YouTube.com and look at Just Above Average. Look for our logo. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also share this to all your social media apps. And thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
We'll be back next week with some
maybe
cool stuff.
Who knows?
And
stay just above average.
All right, we'll see you guys.